Discounts are like binge drinking. In this episode of Tactical and Practical, I'm going to explain exactly what you mean, and by the end of it, you're going to see the results of a really juicy split test that I ran on our website. And you are also going to agree with me that this is the best marketing analogy that has ever been discussed on this app. All right, so number one, discounts are like binge drinking. Number one, they're a lot of fun in the short term. If it wasn't fun, people wouldn't do it. If it didn't spike revenue, people wouldn't do it. So short term, it can be great. But long term, it can be destructive, and it can lead to a lot of bad behavior. And that's what this first point is all about. Don't torch your reputation. Don't torch your brand just because you want to run a discount. There's been nights where I've had 1 or 6 too many drinks, but I didn't ruin my reputation. I didn't do anything while I was drinking to make, damage to my core relationships. I didn't say anything that's going to get me canceled. I didn't tweet anything that's going to get me canceled. And when you're discounting, you can still discount with integrity. You can still discount while maintaining the perception of your brand as a brand who means what they say. If on your content calendar right now, if on your email calendar is something that says, hey, the sale ends tonight at midnight, and then the next morning you're going to send a sale extended email, you are torching your relationship. You're basically yelling a slur in the bar after a night of binge drinking. That's the equivalent of it. So you can still have fun, you can still let loose a little bit, but don't lose your core brand values. That's what this first point is about. Make sure you're not making terrible short-term hacky marketing decisions just because you're running a discount. Running a discount's enough. Next up, both binge drinking and discounting leads to shallow, meaningless, and low LTV relationships. Right? The binge drinking example is probably like a one-night stand with someone you met at a bar, which I don't advocate for. But like, you definitely shouldn't marry them. You definitely shouldn't think that they're the one. And this time of year, when you're acquiring customers on discounts, you are acquiring the least valuable customers that you'll ever have. There's no getting around that. These customers are coming to you for one case and one use case only. They're buying a gift for someone they care about this year, which, by the way, means next year they're probably not buying them a gift from the same spot. So these customers are going to be one and done. Don't get married to them. Don't hinge your entire strategy around keeping this cohort of customers, because it's not going to happen. They're just not valuable. They are low LTV. So don't get confused. These customers can be great. These customers can be a lot of fun. These customers might give you some good memories, but these are not going to be wifey, basically. So make sure you act accordingly. All right. Next up, discounts are like binge drinking, because when people do it around major holidays, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if I see someone doing it in August, I'm like, oh, they're not doing good, huh? I can't tell you how many brands I saw running crazy offers this Q3, and I was like, ooh, business must be tough for 'em. And we know that, obviously, because we're on the marketing side, but I think customers are starting to see it too. My mom made a comment to me about some brand. They're like, every single text they sent ended with save 30% off. And it's like, well, then it's not really on sale. That's just what it costs. And I think consumers are getting savvy about it. So pick your spots with discounting. It cannot be an every Friday night thing. Stick to the major holidays where I think, to a degree, you need to discount to compete in the current environment. All right. So those are all the ways that discounting is like binge drinking. But I've got good news for you. A great offer is like a neat pour of Kentucky's finest bourbon. Right? It should start with a deep connection. It should start with deep emotional copywriting that connects you to your audience. It shouldn't give you a hangover. By the way, I forgot this one. Discounting will give you such a bad hangover. If you guys have been in e-com for any amount of time, you know how that post-sale hangover hits, and it sucks. So don't get in the habit of doing that often. But a great offer is like a couple glasses of really nice bourbon. Doesn't give you that hangover, and it creates great memories and long-lasting relationships rather than foggy memories. So I want to show you the results of a split test here that are pretty insane, that kind of perfectly illustrates what I'm trying to talk about here. We tested 4 things on this page. We tested 30% off with discount heavy messaging. Then we tested 20% off with discount heavy messaging. Then we tested 20% off with emotional messaging. And then we tested 30% off without messaging. So the goal here was to see if we could use better copy, deeper conversation with our customers to claw back 10 points of margin that we had been giving away for free. And the results are shocking and definitive. When we discounted less but amplified the emotion, the connection, the deeper relationship we want our customers to have with us and with our products, when we leaned into that, we were able to pull back how much we were discounting and increase conversion rate by 75%, which led to 125% in profit per visitor. I need you guys to look at this chart and look how it compares to your marketing plan for the next 45 days. I know it's too late to probably overhaul the whole thing. That's not what I'm asking for. But what I'm asking for is, can you make at least the first couple rounds of your binge drinking over the next month? Can you make the first couple glasses a really nice Kentucky bourbon? Can you make them feel better? Can you make them resonate deeper with your customers? Can you drink the top shelf stuff so the hangover is not as bad? That's my hope for this episode. I hope that you look at what you have planned for the next 45 days and realize there's a couple things in your marketing strategy that are basically the equivalent of a shot of Jägermeister. And trust me, I get it. It's a good time. But maybe replace that shot of Jaeger with a glass of water. Or maybe just replace it with a nice glass of bourbon. You're going to feel better in the morning. You're not going to say anything you regret. You're not going to result to hacky marketing tactics. So the next time you press send on an email or a text that's about extending the sale or about your discount messaging, take a breath and think about this. Do you really need another shot? Or could everyone use a glass of water or a nice glass of bourbon? Thanks so much for listening to Tactical and Practical. Let me know what else discounts are like. I think discounts and binge drinking are the perfect analogy. You tell me what you think it's like. See you next time.